what I saw tonight. I did not expect, well, I kind of did from the first round. I expected that, you know, this fight possibly wouldn't go the distance. Granted, that the way.
I don't know, man. Now, you know, now the pressure's on him because he's got to show. People going to be like, yo, where your Twitter fingers at? He was confronted at the press conference about who that be running his Twitter, you know, and I don't think it'd be him. You know, people don't think that's him. You know, you can do perfect English and punctuation on Twitter, but in person, you know, you don't speak no English. People, they know it's not him. But now, in this social media age and generation, people are going to be like, yo, where those x-rays at, bro? We trying to see those x-rays. You know, you think he's going to do like Shane Mosley when Shane Mosley... Remember when Shane Mosley was on Twitter on some Tupac shit, talking all this gangster shit to all the 147 pounders and 154 pounders? Then he went over and to Australia, lost to Anthony Mundine, then stopped for a little while, then came back and lost to... Who was it that Lamont Peterson? Alakverdiev? Whatever the case may be, you think Rigondeaux is just going to fall off the face of the earth and not be talking shit on Twitter no more? Let's go take a gander over at his social media. Here, in the meantime.
Well, as Guillermo Rigondeaux, after this short break and a return to Top Rank Boxing on ESPN.
We're going to listen to the post-fight interviews, and then we're going to open up the discussion. I don't think his hand was injured. Is that a crime? Now let me go back. Let me digress and talk about what we were talking about throughout the week, or what people were asking me to do. The keys to victory. He had to up his punch output. Now remember, I'll say it again. I've seen every Rigondeaux fight, so I know his mannerisms. I know his fighting style. He would have to up his punch output, but him upping his punch output, as we've seen, would have done one or two things. Likely got him either knocked out, or it would have slowed down Lomachenko from turning into the Matrix and starting playing with him. Rigondeaux has been known to go down from flash knockdowns in the past, from when he would go out of the norm of what is called the Cuban school. He tried that Cuban school shit. The Cuban school has a very methodical, slow, you know, like usually slow pace. You see what I'm saying? Gamboa was somewhat of an exception in this era, of course. So the second key to victory is the power. He had to do something to frustrate Lomachenko, either consistently land the left hand, even if it wasn't hurting Lomachenko, it would still deter him, or, you know, like have enough power to hit Lomachenko a few times with that left hand to keep Lomachenko's game respectable and not allow him to turn into. He clearly turned into the Matrix. What was that, like round 2? Let's listen to the post-fight interviews, and then we're going to go back and look at some brief highlights, you know, for educational purposes, you know. Some brief highlights, even though they're all over social media. Wait for the post-fight interview.
To 15. Rigo couldn't come out and continue. A TKO victory. Let's go up to Bernardo.
Thank you very much, Joe. Vasiliy, that's 4 guys that don't come out of their corner in a row. What's your new nickname?
Wait, we got to listen to Rigo.
Maybe I match bonds.
Faster. We also...
We'll check it out in the back. Okay?
Oh, wait, I want to hear this.
Yeah, they're here. They will look at that hand.
Let him leave it on right now. We'll check it out in the back. Okay?
They're looking at that left hand.
So they're supposed to check his hand out in the back. So somebody knows something already. The doctors, we know something already. Was there a post-fight press conference? Does anybody know any info from the post-fight press conference?
Surviving and advancing is part of the game. This was a conversation with trainer and fighter. Do you want to continue? And he said no. You shook the head off, and then he goes to the right hand to start untaping the right glove. And that was the end of it. And he dominated.
I wish I could slow that down, but basically that's the moment when he quit. Now, when fighters usually quit in their corner, they'll try to act like they're not quitting. Or when the referee come up like, are you going to quit? You sure? And the referee would be loud as shit. He'd be like, are you sure you don't want to continue? And then the fighter would be like, no, fucking acting like they're going through saying yes and no at the same time and shit. But in this day and age with the cameramen don't be knowing. Their job is to get the scoop. So the guy who's up there on the apron with the camera and shit, he's all zooming in on you and shit in all high definition. He quit.
You're kidding me. The undefeated number 7 pound-for-pound fighter is of round number 6 here.
The fast forward of this my DVR is real clunky, so that's why I can't get gotta figure out a better way to do this.
Yeah, honestly, I still think
It is a disease.
They kept showing the same commercial all night.
In the third,
Freaking me out.
it continued time and again. And that was the end of it. In a dominating performance by Vasiliy Lomachenko.
Yo, wrong blood, man, wrong blood.
Rigondeaux came in 17-0. He moved up 2 weight classes. We talked about the inactivity. We talked about the concerns of being older. We talked about being the naturally smaller man. He was not the more talented man.
In many ways, what I saw tonight was harmony. Lomachenko versus
this is fishy.
Rigondeaux trying to muck it up by holding the first round. By anyone's standard, it was very, very close. And what you saw was Lomachenko adapt on the fly.
This is why, on some real shit, this is why I spent the years I have spent building this so we can get to do stuff like this and watch this together. Is this not fishy? The days of me just sitting there talking about the shit, we talking about the shit, it's fishy in here, man. Austin Trout is around.
I love what I saw tonight.
I don't know, man. It looks like fraud to me. It looked like somebody frauding. Faking. Fugaziing. I hate to be like this, man, but I'm calling it like it is. I've seen hundreds and covered hundreds of fights. He quit, and he just didn't want to say, imagine, right, if he just quit and he say it was his hand, It'd be like, damn, he just quit, just like, no, he was just fucking schooling me. He ain't gonna say he just was schooling the shit out me doing that Matrix shit, man. So I said, fuck that. He gonna win all other rounds. I can't do nothing with him. So therefore, it's like, I couldn't continue as my hand. Right? That's the route to go. It's my hand. But hey, listen. Maybe he can come up and maybe we can get some x-rays. I'm gonna tell the motherfucker, listen, I'm gonna be on that shit. I'm gonna be like, yo, wait a minute, it's motherfucking Wednesday. Next week, I'm gonna be like, it's Wednesday, so, he should have went to the doctor after the fight, got a little cast or something, right? Then you got to get like an MRI or some shit on like Tuesday or Wednesday. That's real life shit, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be like, hold up, if your shit really was hurt, then, even though you making excuses, I'd rather you say no excuses, but my hand really was hurt. Here go my x-ray and shit. You guys, it's a shame in this day and age. You got to do that in this generation, in this day and age. Because we don't believe you. You need more people. Rock Nation. I just don't believe it. Now, remember, I wanted Rigondeaux to win. But my job is not to want these guys to win. My job is to report the news. That's why you're seeing people fucking having breakdowns and shit because Rigondeaux lost. I don't have no emotional attachment to these boxers. Either way, win or loss, I'm still cool. I'm going to be like, damn, Rigondeaux got motherfucking schooled. Because that's what happened. That's what happened.
Well, I kind of did from the first round. I expected that, this fight possibly wouldn't go the distance. Granted,
he keep fiddling around. Man, ain't nothing wrong with that shit. He keep fiddling around. Ain't nothing. All this lollygagging. Let's get to the post-fight interview.
Return to Top Rank Boxing on ESPN.
fingers underwater. Flex tape is
I wanna
super
get some of that
strong.
shit.
And once it's on, it holds.
It's just a hand that I injured, and that's why I could not continue. Esta noche, what surprised you about Vasiliy? A big win for boxing because
they
people
interview in Rigo after. Okay, I got you. Oh wait, one more disclaimer.
Vasyl Lomachenko outlanded Rigo 55-15. Rigo couldn't come out and continue. A TKO victory. Let's go up to Bernardo.
Thank you very much, Joe. Vasiliy, that's 4 guys that don't come out of their corner in a row. What's your new nickname?
Maybe I changed my second name. Maybe I changed and now my name is Lomachenko.
All right.
Maybe I changed my second name.
How were you able to be so dominant tonight against the...
You get a large roll of flex.
Man.
of developing when another fight...
Fucked it up.
Vasyl Lomachenko outlanded Rigo 55-15. Rigo couldn't come out and continue. A TKO victory. Let's go up to Bernardo.
Thank you very much, Joe. Vasiliy, that's 4 guys that don't come out of their corner in a row. What's your new nickname?
Maybe I changed my second name. Maybe I changed and now my name is Lomachenko.
All right. How were you able to be so dominant tonight against a fighter who's got so much talent, who's got such a great pedigree like Guillermo Rigondeaux?
He's a good fighter. He's a top fighter. He's a king in the boxing, but he's a king in his weight category. It's not his size. It's not his weight. So it's not big win for me because it's another weight category.
But it's a big win for boxing.
So he kept it real, you know. I like how he said that shit though. He's like, maybe I should change my name.
Because people wanted to see this fight. It was a mythical matchup. What's next for you after this big win?
I don't know. I need to rest 1 month maybe, and after that I begin a training, prepare for my fight. What about my next fight? I don't know. We need to ask my promoter Bob Arum.
How much did the Orlando Salido fight help you in terms of developing when another fighter is going to get dirty?
You know, he learned me just a low blow, punch a low blow. That's it.
And nonetheless, a brilliant performance once again by Vasyl Lomachenko. We're now joined by Guillermo Rigondeaux. Guillermo, ¿por qué no pudiste continuar?
Oh, here we go. Excuse scandal. That's Guillermo. Excuse scandal. Now let's listen. All right. And for can somebody Hispanic translate for us, just in case the translator don't try to tell us the real shit?
Why could you not continue?
La mano, o sea, ya el segundo round ya no podía ya tirar las manos ya. Yo perdí.
I lost, but it was because my hand. In the second round, I injured the top of it, and I could no longer continue. ¿Qué te sorprendió de tu rival Vasyl Lomachenko esta noche? What surprised you about Vasyl?
Un boxeador normal, técnico, rápido, explosivo. Es muy bueno también.
He's a very technical fighter. He's normal, though, but he's very technical, very quick, very explosive. ¿Qué sigue para ti? What's next for you?
Imagínate, lo que sea. Sabes que yo peleo con el que sea. Nosotros no tenemos excusa para pelear con nadie. Nosotros peleamos con cualquiera.
You know, I'm going to come back and I'll fight against anybody because there's no excuses. ¿El tamaño marcó diferencia esta noche? Did the weight difference mark a difference?
No, pero Lomachenko no está haciendo nada tampoco del otro mundo. No está haciendo nada, porque no puede tirar más las manos y ya no puede hacer más nada.
You know, Lomachenko really wasn't doing anything. It wasn't about the weight. Really, it was just a hand that I injured, and that's why I could not continue. The fans say it all here at Madison Square Garden. ¿Le das crédito a Vasyl Lomachenko?
Buen boxeador, excelente boxeador también.
I do give Vasyl Lomachenko credit, though. He is an excellent boxer. We'll see what happens with the career of Guillermo Rigondeaux as Vasyl Lomachenko keeps moving up in the boxing world.
Wouldn't come off the stool. Lomachenko says I should change my last name from Lomachenko to Lomachenko. That's the moment where he realized this guy's not continuing against me. The champ does it again.
You know, he quit, man. Hey, listen. Like, I mean, am I being biased? Am I not telling it like it is? He quit. He quit. One of the best amateur boxers of all time. A pound-for-pound champion. He quit. A pound-for-pound champion quit. And you heard the boos. Remember, that was in the Madison Square Garden small room that seats around 5,000 or so. It sold out in less than 2 days. We all knew this was going to be a big fight, but I don't think that they necessarily knew, the promotional, team knew that it would be this marketable of a fight. It brought all the hardcores out. This was a fight where it's like shit, It brought the hardcores out and it gained interest among casual fans and shit. Like, who is this Rigondeaux? He's supposed to be so good and everything, and he quit. This is a big-ass stage. This is ESPN. He quit. I'm sorry. He quit on ESPN. That's, from a marketing standpoint, that's a big-ass deal. Truth be told, excuse my language, that motherfucking hand better be broken if he want to recover from this shit, or is he gonna fade away? ESPN, this Top Ring ESPN deal is not only to bring boxing to a bigger platform, but to build new fans, to turn casual fans into new fans. And they hear that this guy who's supposed to be one of the best technical boxers of all time, amateur and pro, they see him quit. New fans see Rigondeaux quit. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Imagine, right, if you bringing your kid up, right? You bringing your kid up, and before this fight happens, you're like, yo, Rigondeaux was this and everything like that, and, son, or, or daughter, this is the boxer you should watch, and they watching it, and then they see him quit. It's crazy, man. Motherfucking hand. Okay, all right, whatever. Let's go watch him quit again. We watched the post-fight interviews. We're gonna go through one more round, talk about it. I'm gonna take some questions, and then we just gonna, move on to, quit. Oh, we can watch some brief highlights. What round was that? We can watch some brief highlights. What round was that?
You're going to have to take risks, Mark.
Well, I mean, Rigondeaux says that he's taken all the risks he could ever take.
That was perfect.
It's just a matter of time, guys.
He can clown anybody. Sorry to interrupt, but it's Loma. Look at this. This is moments ago. Watch him, get him in a defensive posture, know that he's got him pinned, and say, you know what, I'm just going to turn right around you in the middle of a championship fight.
Lomachenko hasn't even turned it up yet.
That's what I was saying. Once Lomachenko started doing that shit, it's like, yeah, the Matrix that's the Matrix. That's the Matrix shit. I was like, yeah, the Matrix has arrived. Now he don't respect, Rigo. So Rigo's going to have to start upping the ante and start, sitting on his punches to make Loma say, yo, you're not going to do that Matrix shit. You're not going to play with me. Then I'm so disappointed. All the anticipation for nothing. Anticipation? No, the fight lived up to the hype. Every round was intense, wasn't it? It's not like it dragged on and was all boring for 12 rounds. We saw Lomachenko started playing with him, and then Rigondeaux quit. Now people saying shit like this. They're saying shit like, well, what was the point of Rigondeaux going on? Motherfucker, he's the fucking boxers. Boxers don't quit. He come from, Cuba and shit. He had to sell his gold medals and all kind of shit like that. He's not supposed to be quitting. He's supposed to be hard. Pause. I don't quit shit. And I'm not a boxer. Just saying, man. It rubs me the wrong way, man, especially like with all the excuses that these people keep making for. I just been scrolling through comments and everything, and I be thinking like, okay, yes, I don't consider myself to be no boxing expert or anything like that, but I'm well above the casual fan. I don't like tooting my own horn, man. Pause. But one thing is for sure is I watch a lot of boxing, and that's quitting. That's quitting, So it's like once he started doing this Matrix shit, I was like, yeah, that's it, man.
The way he's playing with Rigondeaux.
This undefeated world champion, and he's toying with him at moments.
Listen to the beat of his punches. It's like music. It's like it's improvisational. It's like jazz.
But it's all set up by his feet. Look at his feet.
And he is riffing in there. And pushing him back, create a little space. Final minute of round 4. Goes back to the uppercut, then switches it up with the left hand as well. Comes to the inside, gets a little work in the kitchen.
Rigondeaux landed a nice short.
Now, people saying the fight is fixed. And, like, whenever some shit don't go your way. Now, I've seen some fixed fights, for example, and some fucking fucked up robberies. Tevin Foreman got robbed tonight. We're going to talk about that later on in the video. And I got some footage from that, too. But the shit that people saying, and the thing is, we saw that it was Lomachenko outboxing, outclassing Rigondeaux. He didn't beat him up as far as, like, using power, weight, and bullying him. He was the better boxer tonight. He outclassed him, and we all know, and he's even said it himself, he's not going to get credit for his win. The guy's 2 weight divisions above. But one thing to his credit is it wasn't a power thing. He just outboxed him. If the fight was to happen at 126 or 122, it couldn't happen at 122. Loma's, that's not his weight. But then again, of course, this is where people are going to say some shit, but that's not his Rigondeaux weight. He's not 130. Brah, brah, brah. You'll make me sick. Rigo was looking bad out there, man. He was looking bad. He was looking bad. He was looking bad out there, man. It was getting ugly. It was getting ugly. Soon he was going to start fucking doing this shit. What's this shit? The Matador and shit. Still, that shit was getting ugly. And punches were starting to stick and land, too. So Rigo probably was like, shit, I'm going to get knocked the fuck out. It's either like sit here, get embarrassed, not get knocked the fuck out, get knocked the fuck out and get embarrassed, or just quit and just blame it on some shit like my hand. By the way, have we seen anything yet? Have we seen is there, let's go and do some web searching while we're right here. See, I've been just working and working and working, so I haven't been on social media like that. So what I want to know is Rigondeaux walking around with a cast on his hand? Huh? He should have some type of cast on right now. It's late. Did he not go to the doctor? Did he not go to the hospital? You know what I'm saying? What's up with that hand, bro? Oh, Paul, where's his hand? Let me see. Did he get his listen. Now he been Tupac on Twitter. His Twitter dead as shit. He been Tupac on Twitter for like months now. Talking all this. Listen. Is it a crime? Tell me if I'm out of line. Is it a crime for us or for me to say, yo, we want to see your cast, man? If your hand was fucked up, let us see your cast, bro. Am I out of line? Honestly, somebody be is that not my place? People gamble heavy on boxing and it's illegal. That's one of the reasons why boxing, first started getting its real major funding in like the 1900s and shit from gambling. So when people say you shouldn't worry about what the fighters make and all kind of stuff like that, it trickles down to the fans, the people who gamble, the people who pay the purses. The people who are paying for the ESPN each month. The people who are paying for the pay-per-views. So therefore, if you lose a fight, you say it was your hand, but you quit, motherfucker. If I gambled on you, if I put some bread down on you, I want to know that you are of the utmost integrity and honesty, and that your hand is really fucked up. And you not just quitting and just bullshitting me, because no telling what you gonna lie about. He quit. I think he quit. Let's go watch. We're gonna watch him quit now. We're gonna watch his ass quit. He tried to sneak quit. I'm fired up. I'm calling it like I see it. He tried to sneak quit. Shit was getting too matrixy for him. He got lost in the matrix.
Called the traitor as he was trying to find freedom. And he found freedom, and he found wealth, and he found fame. But tonight, deep into the autumn of his career, he is finding the most skilled fighter in the world opposite him. Another combination from Loma, and Loma once again looks over at Willis. As we come to the end of round number 6 here.
He about to quit. He about to quit right before our eyes. he about to quit. Now what we're going to do is we're going to watch him quit, because they would, it's the price of, watching fights on ESPN, where it's a basic cable channel where they need those sponsors and those commercials. So what they do is in the little box, they put what's going on in the corner, but you can't hear it. You can't hear it. So you'll see what I'm saying right now in a minute. As I'm gonna let this play in the background.
Only one dad can win Christmas.
Let's go. What?
You'll see what I'm saying in a minute. So as you can see, you see right here? This is in between rounds. He's quitting right now as we speak. He's quitting. This is between rounds. By the way, if you need some type of drug or alcohol addiction help, call this number right here. This shit is fucking free. They kept playing this commercial like the whole night. But if you look in the small box, okay, here we go. We got to turn it up.
There's a discussion going on in the corner of Rigondeaux here in between the 6th and 7th round as they're looking at the tape. That's it. He is saying, I don't want any more. God. Are you kidding me? The undefeated number 7 pound-for-pound fighter is not coming out to continue against Loma. Beaten down, hopeless, without an answer, and Lomachenko has made Rigondeaux quit.
Rigondeaux's American dream is remain.
He quit, bro. And also, I've been watching this, over and over and over and over and over and over again. What shot was it where I don't see him throw a shot and it sticks somewhere and he winces in pain a little bit? Was it maybe a sprain or something? Somebody enlighten me. I'm asking you guys questions. Somebody enlighten me on what's been going on. It's my little hand. His hand
has indicated an injury to his left hand. His corner tells the referee he cannot continue. At the end of round 6, the winner by TKO victory. Still the WBO super featherweight champion of the world and the new claimant of pound for pound as the best fighter in the world, Vasiliy Lomachenko.
Oh, they saying he hurt his hand and can't.
A TKO win for Vasiliy, and we will hear from the champ as well as Guillermo Rigondeaux after this short.
Where did he hurt his hand? You know, somebody. We have the footage. I have it. I have the DVR. Can somebody tell me at what point in what round to go to see where he hurt his hand? Because we can do it right here. Look, we can do it right here. Got the whole motherfucking telecast. Look, all this shit. All the way back here and shit. We got the whole telecast. Obviously, we're not going to watch it. We're doing only this. What we've been doing so far for educational and research purposes. You know, this is not my content. This is the content of top-ranking ESPN. But we're invoking our rights to be able to critique and news report and parody this content. Here, read this. He did get Matrixy on him, though.
Of the uppercut by Vasyly.
Right here, you're going to see Vasiliy Lomachenko.
3 of them.
Throws 3 uppercuts. It's the second one blocked. The third one comes right up the middle. Guess what? He did that. You want to know how? With pressure. With pressure.
Thurman hurt his hand in camp. Yeah, he could have hurt his hand in camp. But he didn't say he hurt his hand in camp. He said he hurt it in like the second round or some shit. He said that in a post-fight interview. See, missed me with the bullshit. That's why we got this. We're going to listen to the post-fight interview again. He said he hurt it in like the second round or some shit. So he ain't hurt it in camp. Look, see, look, y'all don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. By the way, please subscribe. I'm not doing this for my health, you know. He quit.
And you can't go it alone.
He quit.
The consultation.
He quit. No, Salido got beat the fuck up. You know, he's had a marvelous career, but he ain't quit. He just got beat down. He quit. Look, he quit. He's quit right now.
There's a discussion going on in the corner of Rigondeaux here.
He didn't contest it.
7th round as they're looking at the tape. That's it. He is saying, I don't want any more. Are you kidding me? The undefeated number 7 pound-for-pound fighter is not coming out to continue against Loma. Beaten down, hopeless, without an answer, and Lomachenko has made Rigondeaux quit.
¿Qué te sorprendió de tu rival?
Because it's another weight category.
This is the last time we're going to watch this.
Call now.
He really quit, though. This is the post-fight interview where he's going to explain what happened with his hand. Yeah, though, that's the only fight I haven't watched, the Francisco Vargas-Steven Smith fight. I might as well just say, you know, F it, because we only have about 12 minutes left in this stream. We may go an hour and 15, but no more than that. Everything's been very organized today. You know, so
5 to 15.
Now listen to the post-fight interview.
Rigo couldn't come out and continue. A TKO victory. Let's go up to Bernardo.
Thank you very much, Joe. Vasiliy, that's 4 guys that don't come out of their corner in a row. What's your new nickname?
Maybe I changed my second name. Maybe I changed it. And now my name is Lomachenko.
Maybe I changed my second name.
How were you able to be so dominant tonight against a fighter who's got so much talent, who's got such a great pedigree like Guillermo Rigondeaux?
He's a good fighter. He's a top fighter. He's a king in the boxing, but he's a king in his weight category. It's not his size. It's not his weight. So it's not big win for me because it's another weight category. But
see, that's some real shit, though. You know, that's some real shit. So he already knows that it's not a big win and he's not going to get respect for it. You know, but for the most part, like I said, you got to give him credit because it wasn't power and size that beat Rigondeaux. He outboxed Rigondeaux. He outboxed. He made him look stupid. Made him quit. And he said maybe he should change his name. Maybe I should change my name.
It's a big win for boxing because people wanted to see this fight. It was a mythical matchup.
I gotta get a new chair.
What's next for you after this big win?
I don't know. I need to rest 1 month maybe, and after that I begin training, prepare for my fight. What about my next fight? I don't know. We need to ask my promoter Bob Arum.
How much did the Orlando Salido fight help you in terms of developing when another fighter is going to get dirty?
You know, he learned me just a low blow, punch a low blow. That's it.
And nonetheless, a brilliant performance once again by Vasiliy Lomachenko. We're now joined by Guillermo Rigondeaux. Guillermo, ¿por qué no pudiste continuar? Why could you not continue?
La mano, o sea, ya el segundo round ya no podía ya tirar las manos ya. Yo perdí.
I lost, but it was because my hand. In the second round, I injured the top of it, and I could no longer continue. ¿Qué te sorprendió?
See? In the second round, so don't be talking about no shit he said in camp and no shit he said in the second round. Right? Is there a Hispanic in the chat that can confirm that?
Why could you not continue?
La mano, o sea, ya el segundo round ya no podía ya tirar las manos ya. Yo perdí.
I lost, but it was because my hand. In the second round, I injured the top of it, and I could no longer continue. ¿Qué te sorprendió de tu rival Vasyl Lomachenko esta noche? What surprised you about Vasiliy?
Un boxeador normal, técnico, rápido, explosivo. Es muy bueno también.
He's a very technical fighter. He's normal, though, but he's very technical, very quick, very explosive. ¿Qué sigue para ti? What's next for you?
Imagínate, lo que sea. Sabes que yo peleo con el que sea. Nosotros no tenemos excusa para pelear con nadie. Nosotros peleamos con cualquiera.
You know, I'm going to come back and I'll fight against anybody because there's no excuses. ¿El tamaño marcó diferencia esta noche? Did the weight difference mark a difference?
No, pero Lomachenko no está haciendo nada tampoco del otro mundo. No está haciendo nada porque no puede tirar más las manos y ya no puede hacer más nada.
You know, Lomachenko really wasn't doing anything. It wasn't about the weight. Really, it was just a hand that I injured, and that's why I could not continue. The fans say it all here at Madison Square Garden. Le das crédito a Vasyl Lomachenko. I do give Vasyl Lomachenko credit, though. He is an excellent boxer. We'll see what happens with the career of Guillermo Rigondeaux as Vasyl Lomachenko keeps moving up in the boxing world.
Wouldn't come off the stool. Lomachenko says I should change my last name from Lomachenko to Lomachenko. That's the moment where he realized this guy's not continuing.
Is it safe to say after we've now been live for 52 minutes? We're going to push it to an hour and 15 minutes. So we're going to be live for about another 25 minutes or so. We're going to move on to the other fights of the day. So where should we start? Well, we're going to wrap up Loma Rigo first, but let's have a vote after we finish this Loma Rigo stuff. Should we go, talk about what's going on with James DeGale? You know how Tevin Farmer got robbed? Orlando Salido retiring? I haven't seen the Francisco Vargas Steven Smith fight. It was playing in the background, but y'all know there's been so many fights on. So I've been trying to get all my videos out. So that's the only one, that in the Shakur Stevenson fight and the Brian Jennings fight. But it's been a busy day of boxing, man. I didn't think I was gonna make it, but I took my nap and we made it. You know what I'm saying? I took my nap. Now we've been cool. We've been on task. So, as I said earlier in the video, I feel the keys to victory for Rigondeaux was, understanding his mannerisms and watching him and studying him for years now. He had to up his punch output. And also his power would have been meaningful because once Lomachenko started showboating, if he would have been able to hit Lomachenko with something hard and stiff, pause, like a straight left hand to give Lomachenko something to respect him by, then it would have been a different fight. But Lomachenko didn't respect him. That's why I keep using the analogy of he turned into the Matrix. He started toying around with Rigondeaux because he saw that Rigondeaux couldn't hurt him, and also he saw that Rigondeaux wasn't throwing any punches. He was too defensive. So therefore, if he's not respecting his power and he's seeing that he's too small, and he's not throwing any punches, then of course you pick up your punch output if you're the smarter fighter. That's why I said, you know, in the build-up to this fight, is that these fighters were supposed to be some of the most smartest, the two smartest fighters fighting each other of our era. So one of them had a mental lapse, and it was Rigondeaux. He didn't do what boxing fans knew he needed to do to win. You know, and then he wasn't even moving a lot. Now, you can say it's the age, whatever the case may be. Let's go ahead and joke about it. Or let's talk about it. He's listed as 37, but people think he like motherfucking 45 or some shit, and they say he smoked Newport 100s. Now, I'm not making no excuses for him. Remember, I don't have no allegiance to none of these fighters. I'm not making no excuses. You know? But he's supposed to be so good. Find a way to win. You know, it's like, how do we know, or in hindsight, you know, his team can look back and say, well, you know, he should have did this or did that. And then you get in the ring and you don't do it. He wasn't hurt in camp. He said that he hurt his hand in the second round. Once again, that's why I titled this video Excuses Examined, because I knew there was going to be nothing but excuses. I knew once I seen him quit, I was like, yo, people are not going to acknowledge the fact that he quit. He quit! Like, even though I'm using that term of, you know, like obviously the 4 letters of, you know, Q-U-I-T, yo, this is Guillermo Rigondeaux quit on his stool. That's crazy as shit. You know, it's crazy as shit. He quit on his stool. I never thought, you didn't think the fight was going to end with somebody quitting, right? Maybe a knockout, but my God, a quit? Him like, nah, he too good. I'm not going out there no more. You know? Now people saying shit like, Loma need to move up. He need to fight people his own size. Floyd was schooling. People are mad, you know, but you know, that's the cost to be the boss. The guy's becoming a star in both ways, to the point where people want to see him lose. And you know, people like, oh shit, dude is really motherfucking good. He making all these people look crazy and stupid. They didn't think he was gonna make, you know, Nicholas Walters quit. You know, so win or loss, you know, I mean, not win or loss, you know, no matter what the weight difference is, he made one of the best all-time Olympic amateur boxers quit. And he's saying like, it ain't even a big win for me. He's saying it ain't even a big win for me. It ain't nothing. But people like, yo, bro, that was Rigondeaux, bro. You fucking made motherfucking Rigondeaux quit, bro. He like, yeah, it is nothing. You know, it is with his newly acquired English, which is what's up. You know? I'm really, really tempted to end this stream in like 2 minutes, but we could stick around for another 15 minutes, and we got to talk about Tevin Farmer. But I'm really, you know, tempted to end this stream in like 2 minutes. You know, my videos are doing pretty good. You know, they're all like behind now, but one of them is already at like 20,000. You don't even know it. You can't see it. I can see it. So, we're gonna continue this on Monday for sure, though. You know, because on Monday is when all the news is going to come out about everything, and also I have a podcast starting too. So on Monday is when all the news is going to come out of the weekend and the post-fight press conference, and if Rigondeaux got any excuses or what's next for Loma. But you know, I'm gonna ride the wave, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna leave this the way it is for now. This is T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box. Please subscribe.